Hey, all right. It's your boy, Dr. Holt, the trauma doctor. The trauma doctor is back, and I'm here to do house calls, and I'm here in your phone or in your iPad to let you know that we can heal from trauma. Trauma may be your history, but trauma does not have to be your destiny. I always tell people that trauma may not even be your fault, but guess what? It is your responsibility to heal from your trauma. If you don't heal from your trauma, you're going to bleed on people that didn't cut you. And I know that you're tired of bleeding on all kind of people. So let's start our healing today. Well, today's segment, I want to talk about early childhood trauma. The trauma that impacts children, the trauma that impacts toddlers. Many kids today are struggling academically in school, not because they're dumb, not because they're stupid, and certainly not because they're ignorant. Many kids are struggling in classrooms today is because of the early childhood trauma that look like abuse, that look like rejection, that look like abandonment, that looks like violence, that look like parents going through a divorce, that looks like community violence and you name it, right? Going from foster care to foster care, not being able to have food. Some kids are not even eating food, and the only food they get is at the classroom in the cafeteria. Listen, we got to make those changes. This is the reason why children are learning, because the brain is on high alert. There is a hijacking of the prefrontal cortex and the frontal lobe, and that is important for academics, because if the frontal lobe of the brain is offline because kids are in fight or flight, then that explains why there's not enough cognition and executive functioning to process education and information. So this is what we need to do. We need to get the brain turned off from being on high alert. How do we do that? I'm glad you're asking. Number one, we got to bring love. Yes, I said love, love, love. The songwriter said what the world needs now is love, sweet love. Two, we got to bring regulation back into the classroom. A lot of times that's what impacts behavior, and this is the reason why a lot of kids with trauma are caught up in suspensions, expulsions, even in juvenile detention centers. Three, I'm always a big believer, you can't reach kids until you can first, you can't teach kids until you first can reach kids. You first got to be able to reach kids, and then you can be able to teach kids. Well, how do I do that? You got to build relationships. Before you teach curriculum, you got to build connection. Before you teach pedagogy, you got to build personal relationships. Relationships. And you got to have trust. All right, I've said enough in this segment, but listen, kids can learn, kids can rebound, and more importantly, kids can heal with the right love and relationships in the classroom. All right, I'm out. This is Dr. Holt, the trauma doctor, and this is my house call. Take care. See you soon.